Hello and welcome back. I'm just so excited. My name is Eliza Mozal if you are new, and I help people explore more their spirituality. If you are new, over here in this channel we're talking about spiritual awakening, spiritual journey, self-love, self-esteem, self-worth, and all that juicy stuff. So if this is your jam, this is the place for you. And in today's video, I'll be talking about something that is so important to so many people who are fed up and sick of feeling manipulated, feeling like a victim. And this is the video where you will find out by the end of it, it will be perfectly clear for you what to do to take your power back. Okay, let's start with number one. Number one, to take your power back is to stop validating yourself by what others think of you and or by what you think others think of you. Either or, it's a false. It's fancy thing. It's not real. It doesn't exist and it doesn't have to be your truth or false truth. What do I mean by that? Is that you don't really know what is inside of someone else's head. What is it in their thoughts? No one will ever share with you their deepest thoughts because they will think you will take them as a freak, as a psycho. And every single one of us have these crazy thoughts. Every single one of us. Yet we are not aware of it or we are too afraid to admit it. We will never know what others think of us really, truly, deeply. So wasting your time on what you think others think of you is a waste of time. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the comment section, guys. And as well, we often hear about people being discouraged when they are starting on some new idea, new journey. They're being discouraged because someone tells them, maybe that's not the best idea, maybe you should stick with this and that and all of it. That's someone's just saying their truth. That's someone just expressing their fear. That doesn't mean that they think that you are not good enough to do this and that. Or even if they do, that's their opinion. That's where they are at their place in their life. We all see life and other people through our own filter. We don't see other people as they are, we see them as we are. So if someone has an opinion of you, that's just because that's the way they see themselves. And if you want to know a little bit more about that, I'm gonna link below the book called The 4 Agreements, which is a absolute game changer if you struggle with what others think of you. So to take your power back, stop validating yourself and thinking what is your worth and your value based on others people's opinion of you. You are the only person who should ever validate yourself and esteem yourself. If your self-esteem and self-worth is on a quite low level or maybe non-existent, I will link Golden Self-Esteem Experience below, which is going to help you to go through a total energy shift. It's going to help you change your low self-esteem into a healthy level of self-esteem, not based on what others think of you, how you look, how much it is on your account, what title you have, or this or that. It's only an internal thing. It's only based on what you think and feel about yourself. I hope that's clear. So number one, it's all about stopping totally taking your worth and validation on what others think or might think about you. It's all about you validating yourself on your own based on facts and based on who you are, who you want to become. And number two, it would be making your own decisions. This is very important because we often, and I did this in the past for majority of my life, I would always wait for someone's approval for my decision. I would be feeling like I'm making a crime without someone approving of my way of thinking or decision. And there became time on my journey when I had to totally stop giving my power away and seeking for any type of approval for anything I do. Now, To do that, I had to do one more thing. I had to stop looking at things all the time as good and bad. So it's all about not just making my own opinion, because there was always behind it this massive fear whether I'm gonna make the right decision or wrong. Am I gonna make a mistake again? This and that. I needed to embrace a new approach that brought me new results. And that new approach was disconnecting from good and bad and just treating everything as just an experience. Not every single thing in my life has to be labeled anymore as good or bad. It can just be as an experience from which I can learn. And yes, we are constantly told that this is good, this is bad. That's just the way we operate. That's what we've been told how to do with things. But when it is time for you to take your power back, it is good as well to disconnect a little bit more from the labels, whether this decision will be good or bad. Let's just make it your decision on which you will be learning more and more about you taking your power back. Number 3, extremely important, is to stop being a victim of your past. Stop being a victim of your current present situation based on your past decisions. So if you are going to be pointing fingers on other people, it's his fault that I am this way, she hurt me and she betrayed me, they've done this, they've done that, you're automatically, every single time you have that thought, you are giving your power away. Because if someone's done something, especially this in the past, there is no way of changing that unless you have a time machine where you can jump inside of that machine, go back and actually force and make these people to do things in a different way, which again is pretty impossible. Look how hard it can be to change yourself, not mentioning other people. It's nearly impossible. So the more you are blaming others about the way you are and what happened to you without letting go of it, the more you're making yourself a victim, the more you give your power away to that past situation, to that person. Now, the more you take responsibility for your own part, for your own, let's say, role maybe in that particular scene or this particular part of your life, the more you own your own mistakes, the more power you are gaining. And I know it is a little bit paradoxical, I know it is a little bit mind-bending, but it is extremely empowering. When I was going through a massive shift in my life, by the way I'm looking at my past, in order to get new results, I had to stop blaming anything for anyone. I had to totally own my shit, take my power back, and look at things in a totally new way. And this is exactly what I've done. So instead of I had to stop blaming my parents for the way they live their life and you know, passed on to me this or that, I had to take my ownership and decide, oh, by the way, that happened 20, 30 years ago. Right now I am a grown up and it is entirely up to me if I'm gonna keep on carrying that shit with me right now in this present moment, or am I going to let go of it and approach totally new way of thinking. And that's exactly what I am doing on a daily basis. And sometimes I am very good at it, other days I'm not so good, and I just keep on going forward with it. So the more you are detaching from they've done this, they've done that, I know things were not fair, but the more you're gonna focus on it, the more you will give your power away. If you want to take your power back, that just has to totally stop and finish. Okay, I'm the one who got myself into this situation. At the end of the day, no one forced me to sign, you know, the mortgage papers. No one forced me to came here and leave that. No one forced me to do anything. I'm the one who made my own decisions, and it's about now owning my shit, forgiving myself, letting things go, and focus on what I want to create. So another thing as well, with when you decide to take your power back and stop being a victim of past, is by being extremely conscious about what you are focusing on right now in this moment. So if you are focusing on what happened in the past, what they said, what they've done, what she didn't do and you think she's supposed to do, the more you are giving your power away, you're wasting your precious creative energy. And by creative I mean we are creative all the time, 24/7. We create by what we choose to eat, what we think, what we feel, what we are focusing on. So the more you are aware of what you are focusing on, the more you are owning your power. For example, instead of thinking about what they said, what they did, blah blah blah, I'm choosing right now to focus on what am I going to create today or tomorrow. Okay, what kind of video I'm going to make? How can I bring the most value to people who've been in my shoes when I was suffering, when I was in pain, when I was really struggling in life? And that's where I can direct my power. That's where I can direct my energy. No matter what kind of results that's going to bring, this is where I'm shifting my focus and attention. On another day, another occasion would be, instead of thinking what Mary or Kate done and said, I'm gonna focus on exactly how can I spend my time in nature in a nice way. How can I detach from that stuff? Okay, I'm gonna make a meditation. I'm gonna go and do some yoga. I'm gonna join the gym to let that energy flow and doing all that stuff. So the more you're focusing on what you are creating right now instead of what happened in the past, the more you take your power back, because what you focus on is going to grow. I hope that makes sense, guys. And that was number 3. And now I'm going to go into a number 4, which is a biggie for so many of you, and it was a huge biggie for me. It's about stop comparing yourself with other people. It's huge. Today's whole industry, whole commercialism is based on you comparing yourself with someone thought better, right? Better than you, who have better situation, bigger house, bigger boobs, bigger lips, bigger balls, whatever you like, whatever you are into. The whole TV commercial is absolutely everything is based and it's feeding on you comparing yourself with that person, with that situation, with that reality, probably in which you are not living. So when you will decide that you will never, ever, ever again compare yourself with other people, that's when all that stuff stops, and you take a huge chunk of your power back for yourself, which you can use later to create something you really want. And now let me just explain why not compare yourself. The only person you should or could ever compare yourself with is your past self. So you can look back, wow, where was I 5 years ago? Where was I even a month ago? Oh my goodness, I've been doing so well. On other occasions it will be, oh my God, yesterday I've done so much better, I've done so much more around my inner work, or I've detached from the things I believe I need to have in my life, and I just felt so free and so good. Today I've been focused so much on what I'm missing, what is not in my life. So you're comparing yourself with your past self only, with no one else. Why is it so important? Because every single one of us will be looking at life through a different pair of specs, through a different pair of glasses. We all have been through a totally different life scenarios. Even when you will compare two kids from the same family, even if they are twins, they experience life and situations in a different way. They go through the same stuff and they experience in a different way. So you cannot compare their journey. We all are on our own journeys. We all have our own things to learn. We all go through our own shift in our own pace, because they are different things that we need to learn in different volume, on different time, in a different place. And it might seem like someone's journey is so important, so similar, it still is totally different. Or you look at the picture that has been photoshopped for 17 hours by the team of 20 people, and you compare yourself after not looking maybe your best, after with your normal look, you're comparing yourself to that person, and then you feel low again. That's what comparison and low self-esteem is doing to people these days. We value ourselves based on the picture, based on comparing ourselves with that picture, which is not even a reality, or it's not 24/7 reality, and then we feel low. So be very careful where and to who you give your power away. Okay, number 5 is an absolutely amazing game changer, and it is to invest in yourself on a daily basis. Now, imagine if you would start treating yourself beautiful new growing capital. That's something that in the future can bring you so much joy, so much more that you are invested into. And if you're gonna start investing in yourself on a daily basis, this is exactly what you are going to get. You are going to get more out of it that you've put into. So if you will start treating yourself as a precious, amazing, beautiful, and fabulous person, this is how you're going to be treating yourself. You will be investing your time, your energy, your money, your love, your attention into bettering yourself. So of course you're not gonna start your day by screaming and shouting, no, I hate to go to work, I don't want to do this. You're gonna start with meditation, you're gonna start with positive affirmations, you're gonna do yoga or at least 5 minutes morning stretch because you know that this is good for your body. You're gonna put into your system the food that is gonna nourish you in the best possible way. You are going to do the things that they're gonna make you not only just feel good, but they're gonna be good for your future. And this is what I mean by investing in yourself on a daily basis. It's not just a morning routine, it's about how you think about yourself. How do you treat yourself? Do you treat yourself as someone who is not worthy of your attention, or the more you will treat yourself as someone who is the best thing ever in a whole world, the more you will get out of it. Imagine after doing that for a week, you're gonna wake up one morning and you're gonna feel absolutely amazing about yourself. The same is with let's say you have a circle of friends. If you believe that this person is totally amazing and awesome and mind-blowing, you will be investing in that relationship. You will be paying attention what they do, what they say, what are their needs, what their needs and desires, how they want to spend their time with you, and how can you contribute into that relationship. The same is with your relationship with yourself. It's in your hands, you can do it, everything is possible. No matter how bad was your relationship with yourself in past, everything is possible. Self-love is a real thing and a game changer. If you want to learn a little bit more about self-love, there is a free guide that I have created, and I'm gonna put the link below in the description box so you can grab it today and start investing in yourself. And number 6, which I partially mentioned a little bit earlier on in the first point, but I'm gonna say it again in a totally different way with a little bit bigger boom around it, and it is about raising your vibration, raising your self-esteem, and raising your self-worth. Because at the end of the day, we are through our thoughts, through the way we think and feel about ourselves, we are creating our reality. So if you are thinking and believing that you are not worthy of the best life has to offer, or you are maybe not worthy of being with a loyal, trustworthy, amazing, interesting, and funny person, that's not gonna happen in your life. So if you don't believe you are worthy to do the work, that it is, fascinating, that it is fun and it is good, you are going to be constantly stuck in a place that you don't like to go to every single day. So the more you believe in yourself, the more you believe in your worth, your value, the higher you will raise your own vibration, the more your life, your outside reality will be expressing that truth. What is it inside? It is always going to be pressed out on the outside. Every single teaching, an ancient teacher talks about it, Jesus, Buddha, all of it. What is it inside of you is going to be reflected outside of you. So the more you will be working and paying attention to how you think and feel about yourself, how you will esteem yourself, the better your life will be and the more power you take away. Because instead of expecting something and someone to make you feel better about yourself, you're doing that here from the place of love and truth, by yourself, for yourself. The more you chase something and someone that is gonna tell you or make you feel in a specific way, the more you give your power away. The more you focus on how you think and feel about yourself, the more you take your power back. And that's very closely connected with happiness, because if you are unable to make yourself happy, no one else is gonna ever truly be able to do that for you, because you will be going through that period in relationship, that honeymoon period, when everything is great and awesome. After 6 weeks or 6 months, everything is gonna settle down and it's gonna be again, can you make yourself happy? Can you make yourself happy? If you cannot do it when you are as a single person, or you cannot do it on your own, whether you are in relationship or outside of relationship, it would be very, very, very hard to create a loving and harmonious relationship with another person, because your core belief will be expecting this person to make you happy, which is impossible if you cannot do that for yourself. Okay, I'm gonna finish with that. I spoke so much had to come out of me. Whew. I think it's good. I think it's good. All I want is to provide the best possible value. So the person who is in need, if you are in need to watch that stuff, if you are in need of a helping hand, you will find that exactly over here, and you will be able to benefit from it as best as that possible. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Wherever you are right now on your journey, I wish you absolutely all the best. There is so many more videos on this channel that you can watch and benefit from. If you wish to look more, there will be linked here. You can go into my channel and look through them. If there is any value you took out of that video, I would appreciate if you would hit the like and leave a comment down below, because it's going to help this channel to grow and create more for those who need to hear that message. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you absolutely all the best. Stay awesome, stay amazing, keep on exploring, and I will see you soon.